So remember that I did a video on the cerebellum, and I talked about how it is my favorite hindbrain structure for a few reasons. One, it has more neurons than any other brain structure. And also we know that it is involved in crosstalk when we're learning to plan new movements with the prefrontal cortex. And through that process, it actually helps to enhance not only prefrontal cortical activity, but also volume, which is really important in greater mental health. We also know, unfortunately, that for people with mental health conditions, the cerebellar volume tends to be lower than in the normative population. And we do hypothesize that through planning movements, we may be able to increase its volume. But I've got even more. So there's only been one research study conducted on the cerebellum. I, like you, am very disappointed, but I'm going to share this study nonetheless. So in 2020, Aalst et al. Compared the effect of an ashtanga yoga class on regular practitioners of ashtanga yoga on the hindbrain of the participants versus people that did not do yoga. So first of all, what they found is that people that regularly practiced ashtanga yoga had less metabolism. That means the brain was engaged in creating less energy than those who were not practicing yoga. What that generally suggests in research is like a muscle, it's gotten stronger, so less as necessary energy is used in order for the same task. The other thing that was really interesting was that during Ashtanga yoga, there was a hypermetabolism, like really a lot of activity in the cerebellum. Now, exactly why we don't know, but I want to add another little bit to the equation that may be interesting to you. So in 2015, Critchley and Bernardi looked at how breathing at 5.5 breaths per minute could affect different parts of the brain, including the cerebellum. And what they found is when they control the breathing, the cerebellum, which is not generally active in relationship to breath, actually came on board. What they also found was that during states of intermittent hypoxia, that means slight oxygen starvation at a cellular level, which usually we can create in a clinical environment by just holding the breath in or out, also the cerebellum was more on board. So what I'm intrigued by, and we don't know the answer, and please don't say that I'm suggesting it is definitively the case, can slow controlled breathing and or intermittent hypoxia like Kumbhak, breath holding in yoga, have the power to positively allow transformation in the cerebellum as well as the cerebellum influencing other brain structures? That is a research question for the future. I hope you like this little brain fact.